Ah, yes, XDefiant. That one game we thought would never come out, and now it's here. How's it going, everyone? Thought I'd talk about this today. This was a game I was hyped for a while, considering everybody's been tired of COD, so I just want to really quickly go over what I think. So first off, after playing for a few hours, I can very confidently say, this is not a COD killer. All of Ubisoft's nonsense aside, and their past history, I thought I'd give this game a fair shot, and I'm gonna be real with you. It's pretty good. It's not fantastic, mind you, and it's not even horrible. It's pretty alright. But to say it's a COD killer is probably a very far stretch from the truth. The game pretty much plays like modern COD with the Ubisoft flavor added to it. And by this I mean in art style, UI, and even going as far as to put in factions from actual games they had. You can play as a few, but some of them are locked behind the in-game currency, and some characters themselves are locked behind challenges. These are the Libertad, Phantoms, Echelon, DedSec, and Cleaners. And by this I'm actually talking about Far Cry, Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, The Division, and Watch Dogs. The biggest difference from this game and COD is actually that this one plays a lot more like a hero shooter. The reason for 5 factions in this game is to be able to use each one's abilities. Take for example the faction that I'm playing as right now, the Phantoms. They have Mag Barrier and Blitz Shield. The Mag Barrier plays very similarly to the AWOL from Titanfall 2, whereas the Blitz Shield plays a lot like Gibraltar's Shield from Apex Legends. And just like any hero shooter, everybody's also going to have their own ultimate. In the Phantom's case, they have one called Aegis, where you pretty much have this big-ass force field around you while you also have a scattergun. It helps a lot, especially in comp-based modes like King of the Hill, but for the most part I find it more satisfying just getting the kills themselves. I haven't tried out the other abilities, but I heard some of them are pretty good, so I might have to do that. Now, like I said before, this game really isn't doing anything in terms of innovation. Everything you see here has already been done before. The only few things that XDefiant can say that it has to set itself apart from COD is just that it's free to play and it doesn't have skill-based matchmaking in unranked. Otherwise, like I said, it just kind of feels like playing COD Lite. But honestly, that's really not a bad thing, especially if you don't want to give Activision $70. Yes, there are significantly less options in terms of gun sandbox, but honestly, all the guns that I've used so far and the gunplay itself feels pretty nice. The TTK is also pretty fair for the most part, and I'm sure that since this game is only just starting out, they're probably going to be adding a lot more weapons. I just really hope that it's not going to be locked behind that battle pass that they have. But yeah, you're pretty much going to be getting your standard attachments like your sights, your grips, all that stuff. I think the only thing I didn't like was the sliding, because it's very reminiscent of how Modern Warfare 2 in the present day does it. But I'm gonna give you a secret right now. You can actually slide cancel if you jump while you're in mid-slide. That's our little secret, okay? Don't break my trust. I'm trusting you. Now, as far as game modes go, I actually haven't played all of them, but for the most part, like I said, they're all your standard FPS game modes. So far, I've seen Domination, King of the Hill, and something akin to Payload, which, if you don't know, is a mode from Team Fortress 2, and a mode similar to what Overwatch has. I'm not really too fond of this game mode, and I'm definitely not fond of one of the other games I just mentioned, but this game actually doesn't do it too badly. Basically, there's this little guy that has a payload on him, and you have to escort him all the way to the end of the map. The defenders will try and stop you from getting him all the way there, while the attackers have to do the opposite. So as you can see, it's not really groundbreaking in anything that it's doing. It's kind of just meant to be a fun little alternative if you don't want to play COD or, spend any money. Which is honestly very understandable, because you should definitely be valuing your money, especially in this economy. And if there's anything that I can urge you to do right now, don't buy their battle pass, don't support Ubisoft. With all their recent antics like Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws, spend your money on something better. Buy Ghost of Tsushima instead, it's on PC now and it fucking slaps. Don't pay for a free-to-play game, that's why it's free to play. But anyways, yeah, that's really all I gotta say. It's not a COD killer, but it is a fun little game. I'm definitely still gonna look forward to seeing what they've got in store in the future. And hopefully now you guys have something to replace Call of Duty with in the time being. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my opinion. I hope you have a wonderful day, and you take it easy.